Hello and welcome back to the final episode of Season 4 of the USA Dynasty. Today, we play in the College Football Playoff semifinals against the Nebraska Cornhuskers for a chance to play in the College Football Playoffs National Championship. This team has come so far in just such a short amount of time under Atari Mason's leadership, and today they are one game away from the ultimate goal of Division I college football, and that is winning the national championship. Now they have a chance to play against a future SEC opponent in Georgia as well, as we will be moving to the SEC after this season. But first we've got to beat a Cornhuskers team that is pretty talented in their own right. They have some really good players on their team. We'll get to see their quarterback, of course, Connor Moberly. Amari Ingold, as his first play of the game, is a hit down, no incomplete, 2nd and 10. Now the play fake, Moberly down the field has his target, Tanner Turch, to the 41-yard line. The Jaguars defense has been so stout getting to this point in the playoffs, and they're going to have to hold firm today against some really talented teams if they want to make the championship and if they want to win the championship. Nebraska, though, posing our first hurdle as Amari Ingold will take that for 4 yards. It's now 3rd down and 6. Drop back Moberly through the air, down into the end zone. One-on-one and broken up. Cole Punga all over Cortez Mills, and out comes the field goal unit. The kick is up, and it is good. Nebraska scoring the first points of the day. A 3-pointer field goal here in the Peach Bowl. Of course, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl we are certainly familiar with. This team has played here now. And we're going to see if we can win another one here as Warren takes that up the middle for a 6-yard gain. Now 3rd and 1. One tight end set. Marcus Helm. It's a drop back for O'Neal through the air. He's got a post route. Finds Chad Burns down the field, still on his feet past the 40. Chad Burns with a really beautiful throw down the field. Now 1st and 10. Walk handoff. Cornelius Warren. They're going to take that for 6 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 4. 3rd and 2 now, and it's a pass out. Dalton Weil down the field, touchdown, beats the press. We ran an RPO that's either a hitch option or a fade. Weil breaks the press, and that means he's gone. Back on offense again. Unfortunately, I've got to stop doing this. Next season, I won't do this at all. I hit pause again on my recording, and it's now 14-10. So both teams scored another touchdown back-to-back. We're in the second quarter now. It's 14-10. 4-point lead for the Jaguars. They're moving the ball. This throw is going outside. Warren cuts it back inside. He'll pick up a 7-yard gain. Now 2nd down and 3. 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line. We have 2 tight ends and a deuce set. This one's going underneath. Deion Carter's got the first down with the catch. It was a mesh concept. Now 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff at Hinicho. We have sacked Cornelius Warren. We're going to try to keep him off the field as Ryan Howerton shaken up. That is big news. We need our big boy to move the left side on runs. Throwing this out, Marcus Helm hangs on for the first down on 3rd and 5. Devin Harper now shaken up, our 2 strongest offensive linemen. Slant pass, Weil hangs on, Weil cuts up the field, he'll score! Dalton Weil on the RPO glance play, we hit him, he catches it, he stays on his feet despite 2 hits. Now we have an 11-point lead. Trying to take this one to the Cornhuskers, but this is going to be a really good throw and a first down. 1st and 10 now at the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Through the air. Really nice pass, but broken up in triple coverage. Moberly delivered that right where it needed to be, but that's a tough grab. Now Moberly on 3rd and 8 finds his man on the corner. This is going to be a big first down. David Kassay, the tight end. 2nd and 8 at the 30. Nebraska moving the ball efficiently this drive. Almost throws a pick to Darren Lamb, and instead, it's caught for a first down. David Kassay down to the 5. We're at 200 first half passing yards for Moberly as nice hit Andy McGlynn on Amari Ingold. Now this is being played on the newest patch, so we're seeing less pass rush. This throw will get into the end zone. No. Cortez Mills short at the 1. 3rd and goal. Handoff. Backup running back River Peppers. I guess that's probably River with the Y. I mean, come on. River Peppers scores the touchdown there. 1st and 15 with 1:30 left in this half. Throwing this one out. Dalton Wiles got it. He's got a first down too. Chad Burns with a really nice block on the outside. That's going to be a 14-yard gain. 1st and 10. Handoff Miles at Hinicho. It's got space. And Hinicho just doesn't have breakaway speed, but he's down to the 36-yard line. 71 rushing yards on just 5 carries so far for him. Now throwing it to him out of the backfield. Nice move there, making one man miss. Will be 3 yards short of a first down. 3rd and 2 now. Chance to go up 2 scores in this game by half. Hinicho with the first down, and we're letting the clock run a little bit. Now 1st and 10. Quick pass out. That is caught. Dalton Wild to 7. 1st and goal. We've got 2 timeouts. Plenty of time in this one. 2nd and goal at the 4. Throwing this out to the end zone. Touchdown, Chad Burns. And we'll take a 28-17 lead here at half. The Jaguars offense coming up huge in that first half. Now the defense really struggled with the pass, especially tight end David Kassé. But the offense, if they can play like this in the second half, especially through the air, I thought they were really, really good. Perfect on the day so far. 20 for 20? How about that for Danny O'Neal? Potentially his last ever college game. There's going to be 20 of 21. Intercepted. I was just about to hype up how well he's played, and then a terrible throw. 3rd and 9, dropping back into coverage in the double mug, and it's caught for a touchdown. That is the risk you run from the mug. It's harder to recover on those seam passes. Going for 2 to make this a 3-point game. Nebraska, a really quick turnaround. Andy McGlynn can't make the tackle, and it's going to be 2 points. McGlynn flew in out of nowhere, couldn't make the play. O'Neal now 3rd and 4. It's a run up the middle, 5 wide. Now 3rd and 7. And it's another QB blast up the middle. They're just not respecting the running game of the QBs. And he's going to have a big gain as Lamar Williams is shaken up. Our offensive line struggling to survive this game so far. Now a keeper. Lots of read options and blasts so far for our QBs. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. O'Neal a little gassed though. Will probably not run him now. 3rd and 5. Throw under the middle. And it's AJ Schneider with the first down to the 20. 2nd down and 8 now. Throwing this one outside. Screen pass. Fumble, but Chad Burns falls on it. 3rd and 10 now. O'Neal blitz picked up. Rolling right. Throwing this one to the end zone. Broken up for Marcus Helm. And Nebraska holds on. It's going to be a field goal. Kick is up. And it is wide left. Davis Little, no, he pulled it. So Nebraska still only down 3. I am doing my dangest to lose this game. But Red Morgan and Tavion Wallace have other ideas as they force the fumble in the recovery. My team is quite literally willing me to win this game. And now Davis Little comes up with a field goal. Very quick turnaround, but we end up with 3 nonetheless. My team does not want to, they want to go to the championship. I'm the one that apparently wants them to go home and start the offseason early. I really want to get to the transfer portal, I guess. Handoff now, River, Peppers, big run, 20-yarder down to the 46-yard line. 2nd and 8. Handoff, this time it's Amari Ingold back in the game. Ingold breaks off tackles, Ingold might be gone. And he's brought down Cole Punga, saving the drive potentially. 1st and 10 now at the 13. Drop back, Connor Moberly finds his target. And it's going to be short of a first down. 2nd and 5 now. Handoff, Ingold met and tackled. He'll gain 3. Manageable 3rd and 2 now. And RPO throw is caught, but short of a first down, 4th and 1. So they'll go for the field goal. And they will make this a 3-point game once again. Nebraska's sticking around. And in checks Alexander Newsom. I've seen enough. Danny O'Neal had not had a bad game, but he was just getting a little gassed. Wear and tear was creeping up, and I thought the running game was working for us with the QB in the second half, so why not stick with it? Newsom now with the 6-yard carry. Now 2nd and 4, screen pass. Schneider fighting his way for a first down and a new set of sticks. He's across midfield. 1st and 10, handoff. Hinicho off tackle. Hinicho 30. The 20 just doesn't have the speed. He fumbles. I hurdled and he fumbled. I am willing my team to defeat right now. I don't know why I decided to hurdle there. 1st and 10 after the Hinicho fumble. Drop back Moberly throwing this over the middle and upended by Andy McGlynn. 2nd and 3 now. Pistol set. Ace. Look. And it's a keeper. Moberly. And he's still on his feet. And the ball's out. Picked up by the Jaguars. They refuse to lose. They know they're being controlled by another force, and they refuse to let that force lose them the game. 3rd and 7, and we gain 4 yards. It's 4th and 3. Newsom still in. Run up the middle. He's got the first down. And the Jaguars offense stays on the field. 2nd and 14 now. Screen pass at Hinicho. A lot of room in front of him following Howerton. but Howerton not fast enough. That raw strength archetype never very fast. Now it's a handoff up the middle of Hinicho again. He's at 130 on the day. 3rd and 5 now. 5 wide. Rolling out Newson. Nothing open to the end zone. It's intercepted. Another blunder by me. And I really just... This is one of the worst games I've played all season long. I hate to break immersion, but it really is bad. Unfortunately for Nebraska, my defense is just on fire. Handoff now. Amari going to be brought down well short of a first down. They ran a crazy draw on 4th and 13, so we get the ball back. A touchdown here may just end the game. That's a 4-yard run. Cornelius Warren has checked back into the game. Handoff on 2nd and 6. He's up the field. And the cease part there for Warren. It's 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Drop back O'Neal. It's a pass. Throwing this one out has Weil. And he'll get down at the 1-yard line. Now we got to finish the drive. 2nd and goal. Keeper. Danny O'Neal scores. We bring back in our starting quarterback and running back. Gave them some rest. They come in and lead a drive that may have just clinched the game. The crowd now quiet. 2nd and 8. And River peppers with a nice play to the 31 as we're nearing the 2-minute warning. Nebraska's certainly not out of this game. They have 2 timeouts rather, not 3. That play broken up. Andy McLean with nice coverage. Now 2nd and 10. Could be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Zena Omeozulu off the edge with a sack. This is post-patch, by the way, so that was just good pass rush. Now throwing this outside. Andy McGlynn's all over it. And that'll mean for 4th down, they will go for it. 4th and 10. This is potentially your ball game. Markel Vincent off the edge with the incompletion. So now you just need a 1st down to end the game. Handoff goes to Amani Alaka for 5. 3rd and 6. Handoff. Alaka's got blocking. Jay Beasley seals the edge. And Alaka will end this one. We'll bring out the victory formation, and that is your ball game. The Jaguars are headed to their first ever national championship game under head coach Atari Mason. And that was a hard-fought game. Genuinely, I did everything I could to lose us that one. Throwing the ball to really poor matchups, getting picked off. I think I had 1 or 2 fumbles that were definitely my own fault, especially that hurdle with Miles Ahinicho. I don't know why. I was just trying to make something happen. We had a huge gain on the ground. Ahinicho, great run, and I just ruined it. My team fought hard, and the Jaguars would not lose this game. They refused to quit, snatching victory from the jaws to defeat, and they come up with the semifinals win. Pretty much dominated most facets of play today as well. I thought Danny O'Neal had a really solid game. 82%, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, the one even being my fault. I only had to bench him towards the end there in that early 4th quarter because he was getting exhausted from how much we were running him. Brought in Alexander Newson, thought he could kind of spell him a little bit. Threw that pick and decided, you know what, we got to clinch this game up. We got Cornelius Warren. Danny O'Neal will get him back off the bench. And O'Neal has set the South Alabama single-season passing touchdowns record as we will face the Georgia Bulldogs in the national championship game. A potential SEC preview as Georgia beats Michigan soundly to make the championship game. They beat Tennessee in their quarterfinal game by 21, then Michigan by 21. Can we flip the script and be the first game they don't blow out? They are definitely projected to win. Higher rated team, higher seeded team. Kirby Smart's still their coach, running that multiple offense with the 3-3-5 type defense. I think 3-3-5 has been a defense that has given us fits this year. We've really struggled to run against it. I do think that you typically want to run outside zones. And with Cornelius Warren's wear and tear bar nearly at 0 now, that's not something we can necessarily do. We don't have the speed to run to the edge and run outside zone too much. Their team is also loaded. Their best receiver is Taylon Taylor, not exactly their strongest skill group. Ethan Barber, really good tight end, and then their offensive line, oh man, it's one to salivate over. Nobody under 82. Several 90s on defense. Jonah Ajonye, really good player. Isaiah Gibson, even better player. Elijah Griffin, even better player. With Clyde Grubb still a 90 underneath him. Zayden Walker, best linebacker. No, it's actually Anthony Rattay. I mean, this is an incredible team. John Mitchell, Larry Toon, and his backups to Sean Spears. Seontae Stewart Jr. So many good players on this Georgia team. And this upstart Jaguars team now. A chance to go perfect on the year and bring home the hardware, the national championship game. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so excited for this game. And I'm also very excited for this offseason. And this series is nowhere near complete. Even if we win this championship game today, there will be no ending to this series in the near future. We're going at least, I want to say 8 deep, minimum. You know, maybe 8's a good target. I'm not going to say minimum. We're going 8 deep though. That is my target goal. And today we get to see what will it look like in the SEC. 15-0. Could go 16-0, which is the best you can possibly do in college football. Georgia looking to win their 14th game and then more importantly national championship. Here we go. It says Georgia needs to win the perimeter. South Alabama, bend, don't break, and I would agree with that. You want to run more soft zone today. They're too fast to run this match coverage. First play of the game for Georgia is going to be a big 11-yard gain for Taylor Dunbar, however. They have so many good players. Dunbar, one of their good running backs. They also have Demarius Samia. Now, this will be a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5. Drop back for Air Nolan. Throwing this one out on the move. C.J. Wiley. Big 10-yard gain to the 42. And our defense is going to be tested today. 1st and 10 now to the corner. This is what happens against match coverage. C.J. Wiley beating Tavion Wallace, a linebacker. He ran vertical and then he cut to the corner. That's so hard to defend in match coverage. You know Georgia sees a lot of it from Alabama in that 4-2-5. And unfortunately, they scored very quickly. And now you have to go match that if you're the Jaguars. Now I did unlock ground and pound. Our first strategist, that's the pro or the level 2 version of the strategy tree, I believe. That means every 4-yard run is going to start wearing down their defensive line. How about 2 to start the game? 16 yards for Cornelius Warren. Now 3rd and 4. Run up the middle. Danny O'Neal, and he had the blocking, but it lost. 4th and 2, we're staying on the field. At the 38, handoff. Warren's got a 1st down and then some. 20-yard run for Cornelius Warren. He's up to 32 now. And we're still wearing that defensive line down. Ahinicho spells him on this one, and a pick over the middle. Disaster strikes. This one could be returned for 6. No, Alabama. South Alabama, that is, giving up a pick 6. Danny O'Neal trying to push the issue. Rayshawn Vereen with the touchdown. And an early 14-0 hole now for the Jaguars, as this is broken up for Marcus Helm. 3rd and 9, 3 wide. O'Neal dropping back. Blitz is coming, throws it. Last second, gets it to Marcus Helm, but he's going to be 3 yards short at the 27. We're going for it. Ahinicho in the game. Handoff. Does not get it, and we're pressing too hard. Georgia now a chance to go up 21. This is disaster in the championship game. Aaron Nolan with the keeper, an 8-yard run now for him. Now Nolan dropping back on 3rd and 2, and he will be sacked. TJ Lindsey saving the drive and making this only going to be a 3-point trip. I can't talk right now as we go down 17-0. Disaster has struck for the Jaguars, and they need some help in a hurry. Winston Malone, the Jet Award winner of the year, again has a lane on this one, now at the 40. Winston cutting inside to the 49, reaching midfield. 1st and 10, man in motion. It's Dalton Weil. We pitch it to him. Weil cutting in, but didn't get a great block from Ahinicho. Now 3rd and 4 at the 45. Handoff Ahinicho, trying to reverse field. Upended, 3 yards short of a 1st down. We're going for it again. Offsides, and we'll take the 1st down, as we would have had it either way, but we'll take that penalty. So at least a smarter play on that one. 3rd and 6 now. O'Neal stepping up in the pocket, running this one down to the 20-yard line. We're inside a minute left in this quarter. Need to score here. Walk play and taken down for a 3-yard loss off the edge. Isaiah Gibson, their star edge rusher. 3rd and 8 now. Newsom checks in the game as O'Neal got shaken up. He runs this into the end zone, powering his way in. Met at the 5-yard line, just kept his feet churning, hits the Heisman pose. Young man put that away. We are down 10 in the national championship game. Handoff now. This one will be a yard short of a 1st down. 3rd and 1. We load the line, and we stop him on the QB sneak. So the defense coming alive now. 2nd and 7, RPO pass on the bubble. Dalton Wiles going to have a 1st down. Actually, no, they mark him inches short. 3rd and inches. Handoff Cornelius Warren. Nice hole. Howerton picks up a block. And Warren hits the Jets. He's gone. Touchdown, Cornelius Warren. And the USA chants are coming through here for this South Alabama team. Back on offense now, or defense rather. This throw to CJ Wiley. South Alabama finding some life in this game. Defense needs to come up big. This throw down the field, one-on-one CJ Wiley, and it's broken up. Cole Punga, our superstar cornerback. 3rd and 10, got to get off the field here. And Georgia runs a beautiful conflict concept. Just 2 shallow crosses, and this one's going to run down to the 7. They got our match coverage in conflict, and that's a big catch and run. 1st and goal at the 7. Nolan to the end zone. Touchdown. Ethan Barber, the tight end, as Georgia makes this a 10-point game once again. 1st and 10, handoff. Warren still eating this Georgia defense alive. He's up to 92 yards today. We're trying to wear down their defensive line. This throw over the middle is caught. Chad Burns. Inches shy. 3rd and inches. Handoff. Warren's got the 1st down. You want the 5 yards for that ability to activate and wear down the defensive line, but we'll take the 1st down. Now 1st and 10. A Hinicho with the 4-yard carry. As Elijah Griffin's shaken up, that's big news. 3rd and 6 now. Drop back Danny O'Neal. Had Winston Malone open, but elects to throw it to A.J. Schneider for a 1st down. And this offense has certainly changed. 3rd and 6 now. Handoff. Warren brought down 3 yards shy. Offense stays on the field. 2-minute warning. Newson up the middle. Newson's got a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30. Newson dropping back 5 wide. He'll roll out with this one. Elects to throw it and should have just tucked it and ran. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff up the middle. Cornelius Warren's going to be 3 yards shy. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Handoff. Warren 2 yards short. We're going to go for it again. Not sure about this call. Take the points, and Newson comes up short. They get the stop now. We would get the ball back. 1st and 10 with 7 seconds left. So a quick 3 and out. Newson stepping up and running and setting up a chance for a Hail Mary at least. So 1 second left, and this will be a Hail Mary attempt. 1st and 10. Drop back Alexander. Newson hit as he throws. It's picked off. And nobody's in front of Spears. 30, 20, another pick 6. And we go from what could have been a 7-point deficit at halftime to a 17-point. We're back where we started. Disaster striking yet again. We fought so hard to get back in this game. CJ Wiley, your player of the half. And the Jaguars find themselves down 17 now at half. Georgia, 31 points. First play of the second half, 2nd and 11. It's now 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 at the 32. Handoff. Look at the block from Howerton, but Warren gets tripped up. You've got a hurdle there, so we're going for it. 4th down. And we do get it. I do not know about that call, but we'll take the friendly reffing there. 1st and 10. Throwing this one over the middle. That's caught Schneider. He hangs on. Gutsy play there by Schneider. Handoff to Hinicho. That's going to be a 6-yard game. You want to keep it on the ground, but you really can't in this game. Chad Burns now getting the 1st down on the RPO. We just don't have the time to really keep running the ball up the middle, as we will do that here with Danny O'Neal. Nice 1st down. The drive continues, and we have a chance still. You don't want to give up. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing this one out. Caught Dalton Weil. 1st down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 15 now. Handoff. Winston Malone. Can't hit the gap fast enough. It's only a 5-yard carry. 3rd and 10. O'Neal drop back. Throwing this one as he gets hit. And Weil can't hang on. We go for it. Offsides. Newson stepping up, running this one inside the 10. We will decline the penalty and take the 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, now 2nd at the 4. Newson up the middle, down at the 1, 3rd and goal. You got to punch this in. 3:40 left in this quarter. Newson taking off, walking it into the end zone, and the Jaguars make it a 10-point game once again. Now it's on the defense. They've carried us to this point in the year. Can they do it again? This throw underneath, and just nobody in the area, as that'll be a big-time run down to the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7 now. Keeper for Aaron Nolan. He's got blocking. Nolan with speed to the 20-yard line, brought down by Willie Goodwin. 3rd and 7 now. Drop back, and Nolan through the air to the 4-yard line. Now you're just hoping you can hold to a field goal. Last play of this third quarter, and running it into the end zone. That is a score for Taylor Dunbar. 17-point game once again. Warren back in the game. He's going to run this for 12. Warren's had a fantastic game, but it hasn't translated to a lead. 1st and 10 now. This throw over the middle is picked off, trying to force the slant. And you have to feel the desperation now on the South Alabama sideline. Looking like the season may be coming to an end. Dunbar with a nice run, staying on his feet. Dunbar with a 10-yard carry to the 30. 2nd and inches now, handoff. Dunbar outside to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 23. Aaron Nolan in the gun and checks it down again. Dunbar inside the 10. 1st down. Now 2nd and goal at the 11. Drop back Nolan. Screen pass out. Dunbar outside. Touchdown. Georgia taking a 24-point lead in this game. This one feels all but over. Still technically a 3-score game, but you need every single drive to end in a 2-point conversion. You need to hold them 3 times. It's just tough. 3rd and 5. O'Neal. There's no quitting this team, though. Finding Deion Carter over the middle on the mesh. Now 2nd down and 10. Drop back O'Neal. Throwing the post route. Broken up. Almost intercepted. Dangerous throw. 3rd and 10 now. O'Neal. Drop back. Sacked off the edge. This Georgia pass rush has been really good today. Walker with the sack there. Now 4th and 19. O'Neal dropping back. Had his man Jaylen Brown underneath open. And instead throws it deep. Turnover on downs. So a 27-point game. Ihinicho with the carry. He'll get the 1st down, but this game is symbolically over. We're trying to still fight, though. O'Neal pump fake, rolling out. And throwing this one. Caught AJ Schneider. What a nice catch. And we will have him back next year. I'm so excited to see his growth. 4th and 9. O'Neal steps up and runs this one past midfield. 1st down. As we're inside 145 now. 1st and 10. Play fake. O'Neal through the air, down the field, intercepted, and that will do it. Spears, another interception. Of course, maybe the backbreaker in the 1st half. And Spears ends this game as the Georgia Bulldogs are your national championship winners. Kirby Smart wins another one here with Georgia. And I got something to say. We'll see you next year, Georgia. We're coming for you. You will see us in the SEC next season. South Alabama 55-21, unfortunately gets blown out in the championship game. Just was not ready for that one. Still a pretty big talent disparity, and I don't know if that's going to change. Well, I think that might change next year. We'll see. But still, you have to be proud of this team. 15-1 on the year. Excellent stuff from the Jaguars. Atari Mason, great coaching effort. Deserving award winner of the Bear Bryant as Aaron Nolan, your player of the game. 300 passing yards, 80% through the air, 4 touchdowns. I may need to tweak sliders because I do think that patch, while good, may not have worked very well on my slider set. I tried to get the playoffs played on the old patch. Unfortunately, it updated before my last 2 games. I played them both on the same day, which was that new patch day. And you could see it a little different in the gameplay. I don't think we win that game on the old patch anyway. I don't think we deserve to, and I'm good with that. We were definitely not as good as Georgia was. But I do think it would have been more competitive. Which just means I need to figure things out. 4 interceptions, though. Can't blame that on the patch. That was terrible from me. I just had a really bad semifinal and championship game, unfortunately. And that resulted in my team having to do the load on defense. And Georgia was just too good to do that against. Nebraska, not as good. And they're the winners this year. So we will be headed to the off season, which I will be streaming, I believe, on Friday. Expected either Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure just yet. If it's Friday... Well, if it's either day, it probably will be around 4 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. We'll see. Really proud of this team, though. Here are some players we're expecting to lose. Danny O'Neal, we have to figure out the quarterback situation. We should bring back almost all... Well, no, we're going to lose Miles Ahinicho, but we bring back Alani Frazier as a redshirt, Cornelius Warren. We bring back almost our entire receiving core, except Chad Burns. And then at tight end, it's tough to say. Offensive line will lose Ryan Howerton. That's going to be a big loss. Devin Harper will come back. and Timote Vu will come back. So some really good returning pieces there. We lose Zena, but we bring back Markel Vincent and Trent Godwin's elite dev, so that should be pretty big. Excited to see his growth. Kevin Otis should return. We lose TJ Lindsay, but we'll have Pat Acker, Ejiofor, and Igbenuagiwe. And then at linebacker, Andy McGlynn probably gone. Darren Lamb maybe will stay. We lose Tavion Wallace for sure. And then losing Willie Goodman, but we should return Cole Punga, Morgan Ellington, and Jameel Mangold. So that's really exciting. Alani Kalawaya and Rakeem Stroud should return. Here are some season numbers. As I thought we really improved passing the ball this year. Only 16 interceptions to 36 touchdowns, and 4 of those came in the final game. I thought outside of the playoff run, we were really good at taking care of the ball this year. Alexander Newsom, our second leading rusher. That's not great when he's the backup quarterback. 1,600 yards rushing for Cornelius Warren. I thought Alani Frazier was great. Miles Ahinicho looked really good. Amani Alaka, not so good this year. Chad Burns, the leading receiver, 830 yards, 13 touchdowns. Schneider's second most at 808 touchdowns. And then Dalton Wiles, 609 touchdowns. On defense, it was the Kevin Otis, Zena Umeozulu, and TJ Lindsay show. Our interior rushing was so good. Markel Vincent took a bit of a step back, which was a little disappointing, especially considering this was on the old patch for the most part. So sacks should have been easier to come by, but 20 for Kevin Otis and TJ Lindsay, and then 18 for Zena. Incredible year. 2 picks apiece for Red Morgan and Tavion Wallace. Here are some career numbers. 5,600 passing yards for Danny O'Neal. And Cornelius Warren now up to 2,000 yards. He really didn't play a whole lot at Tulsa. Chad Burns, 1,600 yards. And then on defense, Andy McGlynn, 240 tackles, 34 TFLs, 2 sacks, and an interception. Underwhelming career, I'd say, so far. Rakeem Stroud, 200 tackles, 20 for loss, and 2.5 sacks with an interception. Offensively, we were the second best team in the Big 12, and I would agree with that. Points per game, second. Yards per game. Yards per play, we were first, however. So we just didn't have the ball as much as we should have. Passing was underwhelming a little bit, but I thought we were decent. Now, our pass yards per game were actually the lowest, but we were efficient when we needed to be. Obviously the best running the ball, but I thought we were more balanced this year. Most first downs per game. And then the best defense for the first time. That was pretty awesome to see. Even our pass yards were pretty good. Best scoring defense, one of the best passing defenses, best rushing defense, and then 5 sacks a game will get the job done. On third down, we were great. On fourth down, historic 44 attempts, 70%. Now, our red zone efficiency was trash. 50% touchdown rating. That's not good enough. We've got to get better at that next year. And then, of course, in the red zone on defense, we were really good. Turnover differential for the year, -9. Overall, great season, 15-1. Atari Mason, great coach. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like. Please subscribe. I will see you on Friday for the off-season stream. Have a good one. Until next time.